It's the Fantasy Football Garage. I'm Chris the Candy Man. Follow me on Twitter at FFB Garage. Today we're talking rookie ADP trends. We've got an April update. We finished the last video in our series looking at rookie ADP trends from February to March based on best ball from Underdog. Today we've got early indications on where ADP's going for the month of April. Let's look at our top 6 rookies. First up, Bijan. Early indications, a slight rise, going from 13 to about 10 in ADP. This is a bit early to call it, but indications are running backs might be rising so far in April as we're getting into the month of the NFL draft. If you also look at Jahmyr Gibbs, based on the end of March, his ADP was about 60, now somewhere around 54. That's a huge jump in just the last week for Jahmyr Gibbs. These running backs are picking up some momentum as people start to mock them earlier in the drafts and imagine what teams they could be landing on. So when we look up here in this column to the far end, we've got change from April 4th ADP from the end of March 28th. And so we see Bijan's got 2.8 spots that he's jumped up in ADP. JSN's jumped up almost a spot. And Jahmyr Gibbs, like I said, has jumped up 3.6 spots in ADP. Compare that to the next column right here. It's the total change in ADP from March to the end of February, where Bijan was flat. JSN has been rising, and so that increase and rising for JSN, we kind of expect that. He's been trending up since the combine. He's looking really good. His value's been going up. Jahmyr Gibbs, honestly, has been trending down. If you looked at where his ADP was at the end of February, his ADP was about 58. Then it went up to 60. So he's falling down boards at the end of March. Now he's in the mid-50s. So we're seeing a trend reversal. This is huge, something you want to capitalize on. People are going to start taking Jahmyr Gibbs earlier, and so you should feel good about taking him a bit earlier than where he's been going. These are all relative ADPs, and this is based on the big board data that came out. So now that we're in Superflex season for Underdog, we'll have some different ADP data to look at soon enough. As soon as it comes out, I'm going to update some of this. But overall, this is indicating sentiment of how people are feeling about these rookie running backs, and people are feeling really good about Jahmyr Gibbs. I've seen a ton of articles, a ton of press, and people talking about Gibbs lately. Another column I want to point out right up here, this is like relative value change. It's simply what was their initial ADP and then divide that by their current ADP, and it gives you like a relative feel of how their value is. So look at Bijan from April to March, right? His ADP was flat, so his value change, he's at 100%. His value is relatively the same. But then in April, if he's rising up to 10.5 in ADP, he's up 27% in relative value, right? He's rising up. If we look at JSN, based on February to March, he was up 10%. We're saying he's about 11% with our new data. Jahmyr Gibbs, on the other hand, he was down to 96% of his original value. Now he's back. Trend reversal, jumping up to 107%. The takeaway, look at all these rookie wide receivers in the top 6, Quentin Johnston, Jordan Addison, Zay Flowers, that are not JSN, and they have been falling every single week, essentially, since the combine. People are lower on this tier, the second group of rookie wide receivers, so don't go reaching early for these guys. I mean, take your guy if you like him, but the running backs are going earlier. The wide receivers are going later. This is the Fantasy Football Garage. I'm Chris the Candy Man. Follow me on Twitter at FFB Garage. See you next time.